Hey, just did an hour meditation in the afternoon. I believe we're on day 54, day 55. I can't even keep track. I had another busy day yesterday, so I was not able to do a video. Lots of things going on. You know, people have told me on different occasions that when I tell them I do an hour or two meditation every day, they're like, oh man, that's a lot. Or, how do you do that much? How do you sit there for that long? How do you do that? And my immediate thought is like, oh, if you only understood, blah, blah, blah. And then I try explaining it to them, and it's not really my job to explain it, because it does make sense to me. Someone said to me, oh, I don't need to do that in order to reflect and get into my higher level thinking, or whatever they want to describe it, however they want to describe it. And that's true. If someone does not believe that there's a world of opportunities and power waiting for them by sitting in one place for an hour or two every day, then it's not there for them. But whenever they want, I should have said in the moment, is what I wanted to say, and I thought about my response later on after the fact, and this happens a lot to me. While I was meditating, I was thinking, well, whenever you want to check out a whole new world that's within you by sitting by yourself for an hour or two with your eyes closed, it is there. Not to say that you can't be amazing without it. You certainly can. I know people who can't meditate or don't meditate, but they do their own self-reflection. They go for walks, they go for a run, they go for a car drive, they do something mindlessly, like play their video games or something. But for me, and a lot of other people, meditation, self-connection, self-love, self-approval, sitting there for that hour, not allowing yourself to do anything else, and just being, you have no choice but to evolve. The first video I saw of Kyle Cease was talking about that. He said, what does a caterpillar have to do to become a butterfly? Nothing. It just needs to be there, make a cocoon, and then eventually come out of that cocoon to be a butterfly. It has to do nothing. It just has to run its course. And our mind needs to run its course so we can access the heart, and it can run its course as well. There's all kinds of answers waiting in there for us. But if we keep denying those parts of ourselves by being so wrapped up in the things going outside of ourselves, then yeah, we're going to run into trouble with ourselves. Our mind and our body, our heart, our soul, they're going to be out of line with each other. It's going to cause chaos, more chaos inside of us. So if we absorb the chaos of that around us and get caught up in all the external things that are out there and all the distractions, all the deceptions and lies, on top of ignoring the alignment inside of us, yeah, we're gonna get into some trouble. That's like playing Russian roulette with your being, basically. I really do believe that. I really am starting to see the bigger picture. And that's why I love meditation, because I have these insights. It's not every day that I have like this, oh my God, epiphany, but they do come a lot more often than I thought they would. And every time I think I don't need it, there's a few times I have to admit in this hour that I wanted to get up, but I said, no, I have to sit here for the time commitment. Whenever I do that, I never regret it. And I'm so glad I stuck with it. I wanted to quit at 30 minutes. I wanted to quit with 15 minutes left. But I was like, no, there's a reason why my body, or my mind, should I say, wants to get up and do something else. It feels like, oh, if I don't go do something else, I'm not going to be okay. That's really the underlying message. But it's not true. And I almost put it off today. I was like, oh, I can do it later. But that's what I did yesterday, and I didn't really get to it as like the way I wanted to. So I said, no, I'm going to put myself first. And that's what I should be doing every day. Or that's what I want to do every day. That's what my heart really wants. It's when you have this clear connection to your heart and an open communication, not just through your thoughts and your words, but with your actions. When your actions are in line with your heart, you really cannot go wrong. That is real, true security, and that cannot happen unless you find a way to quiet this mind. For me, that is self-connection and meditation. That is how I do that. And I really haven't found anything else that makes that happen. I get a little bit of that clarity when I write a song, when I'm performing for people. Maybe if I've spent some time in nature, but honestly, this is the fastest way I know how to do this, and the most abundant way I can do this is by sitting for an hour or two every day and just letting my mind do its thing and just surrendering. So much of life is surrendering to the things we have no control over, so we can fully embrace the power that we do have control over. And that's us, and that's the way we perceive things, and that's the way we love ourselves. A lot of people don't realize that. One of the things you can change is how you perceive everything and how you love yourself. And there's so many people that just don't love themselves. And it's not even like a thought that you have to keep in mind all the time. It's really like actions. What are you doing to serve yourself? What are you doing to treat yourself right? To reward yourself, to take care of yourself, to really accept and love yourself on all the parts of you. No matter what I'm feeling, I know I can always go back to this meditation and feel better, or get that much closer to the freedom, to the awareness, to being free. If someone pisses me off, or something doesn't go right, or my life is just not going the way I want it to, per se, I know I can always go back to the meditation and realize I'm okay regardless of any of this stuff happening. And if something is really that bothersome, I know I have the strength and the awareness to let it go, or to not sit there and try to fix it, or try to solve it, or fight against it. Just let it undo itself. And that's powerful. So when someone says, is an hour or two every day a lot, or how do you do that? Well, I really want to say, isn't it a long time to not know yourself and to get caught up in things that you think you should be doing but are actually causing you more chaos for an indefinite amount of time, for maybe your entire life? Isn't a long time to do that? The compromise is like so fractional, so insignificant compared to a lifetime of deception and chaos and self-sabotage. Really, that's what it really is. Now when I don't meditate and I don't connect to myself and I don't look within, I feel like I'm robbing myself. And I'm not saying that, oh, I'm nothing without the meditation. I was able to be very present yesterday without too much meditation. But it's a good, active, physical reminder of how valuable and how powerful I am. And anyone can do this. So no, it's not a long time. It's really not. And if you put anything before it, when you already know firsthand the real benefits of it. If you've never done it before, I understand. But if you really know the benefits of it and you turn away from it, it's almost like you're responding to your ego purely, or you're saying you're inferior, so you have to do things to be okay, rather than being okay first and then doing things because you want to and they're beneficial to you. You're not coming from a place of fear, you're coming from a place of love, and that's what we're talking about. Stay sexy, Ukrainians. I'll see you soon.